Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. I want to thank you for joining me tonight on the late one, where we have a special guest, Mr. David Cairol. Cairol, that is the name I'll say. David Cairol. And he's got this beautiful song which is called Building Bridges. Now, David, if you're there for some reason, I think you got disconnected. What you can do, you can come right back in, just if you're hearing, because I think we have lost you briefly. But anyway, let me just continue. I just sent a message to David, and you can just come straight back in. Tato Cash, good evening. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. David, you're back. Fantastic. You heard my message. No problem. No, no problem. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this night, which is Sunday night is a night where I tend to tap into my yard, which is Jamaica, Ocho Rios. And of course, anything to do with Jamaica. We just came out of Reggae Month, and there's been so many different events. I had a couple producers in a couple of weeks ago. And tonight, most definitely, I've got David Cairol. But 2015, when I started the show, and this is the March now, which we are in, March the 24th, which I started the SYLBOURNE show. And I've had some very interesting guests. I even had Mr. Gollibop on the show. I've had the Prime Minister on the show. I've got ambassadors on the show from Jamaica. And I try to use this Sunday night as a time where I connect with Jamaica, because anybody who follows me know that I talk about all the different issues regarding Brexit. I'm not touching into Meghan and Harry. Trust me, I'm not going to go there. But I've touched on all these different topics. Brexit, Trump. Right now, we're talking about a lot regarding the COVID and the vaccine. I got a show on Thursday. On weekends, I got various different shows, and I've got the show which also with Coach Chris Brown, talking about a lot of motivational stuff. Follow me also on my podcast as well, and which is very interesting. So diverse things from 2015, and it has been very exciting. But tonight, I was asked by one of my colleagues in Jamaica, Joan Knight and Jackie Knight Campbell, to say, check out this guy. And I heard this song called We're Building Bridges. And within 2 minutes or so, I sent a message back to Jackie and Joan to say, listen, I'd love to have this guy on my show, David Cairol, and he's in France. David Cairol is a traveler, poet, and musician who beautifully plays with words. No matter what the language, French or English, what is important to him are messages and people he meets. After 2 studio albums well received by public and media, after hundreds of shows around the world, he's back with a resolutely reggae new album recorded in Jamaica with the greatest singers, musicians, and producers of the island, back to his roots and first musical experiences. Discover his brand name single, Building Bridges, featuring BRINSLEY FORDE, leader and founder of the legendary group ASWAD, and VAR from the exceptional Inner the Yard band. Without further ado, I'm going to bring in Mr. David Cairol. And he's coming. Hey, David.
Yes. Good evening to you.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Very fine, Thank you very much for having me. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight.
You notice that I actually kicked you out a while ago when I was setting up my stuff. I realized you're gone. I don't know where you went.
I don't know what happened, but I was cut,
I thought maybe you went to Jamaica.
I think so. I would love to.
but first of all, listen. You're not in Jamaica. You're in France.
Yes, I am in France, in the southwest of France, in Basque Country. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you a question first of all before we go any further. What's this with Jamaica? What is this thing about Jamaica? Tell us your relationship with Jamaica before we go any further. Bring us to Jamaica. Bring some sunshine from France, from Jamaica to us here.
Yeah, it's a long story, but it began when I was 14, and I discovered the music of Bob Marley thanks to a mistake that I did one of my friends when I was at school, and so he was supposed to give me back a tape, from Lenny Kravitz, but at the end he gave me back a Bob Marley Legend album. That happened like this, so reggae music chose me at that time, and since that day, I couldn't, listen to another music like this because it was so impacting. it was a blast for me to discover the vibe, the message, and the music of Bob Marley, and then the reggae music. So I had to discover more than that and to learn about Jamaica, the culture, the people. And it was a dream for me to come in Jamaica and visit the country and also meet the people over there. And and it changed my life forever because you know there's so much thing to say about it. I
Mm,
love Jamaica. I love its culture. I love
yeah,
the people over there, and I feel like it's like a second home.
yes.
So yeah, a lot of things to say.
That's great because just to let you know, I'm from Ocho Rios. I don't know if you know Ocho Rios. That's
I
on the north
know.
coast.
Oh yeah, I know. It's the first place I've been in Jamaica. When I came the first time, there was a woman, a French woman that came to me and to pick me up at the airport, and
Yeah,
she lives in Charlestown, just up in the hills, in Ontario.
yeah,
So
going out of Ocho Rios. Yes, yes.
yeah, so I stayed there 3 days, and then I went to Kingston, but I didn't know anybody in Kingston. So yeah,
Oh wow. So you know Ocho Rios then. That's my um
yeah, lovely
normally
place.
normally normally from this side of the world I give people visa to go to Ocho Rios, not Jamaica, but visa to Ocho Rios.
Oh yeah.
Because Ocho Rios is like a different country, as they say sometimes, on the
I
north
didn't
coast.
know that, but yeah, I noticed it's a different place. But
Yeah,
I love that place, and Jack Ruby is from there, no?
Jacoby Hi-Fi. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yes, yes,
legendary, legendary.
yes, yes. Because I live close to One Music Avenue.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
and if you know the story about Jacoby Hi-Fi, there's always this guy named Fat Jaw Operator. Fat Jaw Operator was the selector.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And when I was at high school in York Castle, one of my first cassette, I don't we don't have cassette anymore, was
Yeah.
Fat Jaw Operator made that cassette for me for some school thing.
Okay.
Jacoby. And
Jack
so
Ruby, yeah.
Jacoby Hi-Fi. So that was wonderful. So listen,
Yeah.
great having you on the show,
Pleasure.
David. The the most important thing I want to talk about firstly is this beautiful song, which is called
Yeah.
Building Bridges, because
Mhm.
when that is what attracted me to want you to come on the show. Let's be real.
Okay, okay.
When Joan and Jackie sent it to me, Jackie's my good friend for many years, and Joan, and when I heard this song, I just quickly sent a message back to Joan and say, "When can I get this guy on the show?" And she said he's available, and I have a good mate of mine named Anthony Francis,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
wrote he wrote a book which is called "Think It, Plan It, Do It Now."
Okay.
So we both have this concept that we don't wait for things to happen; we make things happen. So
I love that. I
we
love
think
that.
it, plan it, do it now. And he always jumped that in my head. So this is a typical example of think it, plan it, do it now, because it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and boom, you're on the show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I love this philosophy. It's kind of mine too. I didn't know that that sentence or that quote, but I love that. I
Yes,
love it.
yes.
It talks to me. So yeah, thanks for having me. It's a real pleasure, and I want to thank the whole Reggae Month team and Jackie Knight and Joan as well from Top Class because they
Mm.
did a great work during Reggae Month, and so yeah, thanks.
So building bridges now. Let's get into this song here, building bridges. Tell us about the whole concept and the vision behind it.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah, the vision is that I was there in Jamaica 3 years ago. It was the first time I was in my room. I was meeting people, and some people said to me, "Yeah, it could be cool to write to record a song together."
mm,
And I was in my room that night, and I came back from a songwriting workshop that I did in the schools, and this music came like magic. It was really mystical for me to yeah, it came like easy. It's like this kind of song that you don't have to think about it so much. It's coming, and I was trying to make the people feel what I was feeling at that time. Meeting the people and meeting Jamaica, and I was trying to build bridges with people and artists over there. And so it came like this. And then when I came back in Jamaica the year after that, I met BRINSLEY from ASWAD. We were
yes,
at Dub Club, Dub Club.
yes. I think so. I,
Yes.
I was I wasn't so much into reggae when I was back home in Jamaica. Still,
Oh
I'd
yeah.
say
Okay. All right. All right. So
that.
yeah. All right. So yeah, we were at Dub Club. It's over. It's like it's like it's a club where they play reggae music every Sunday. So I
Yeah.
was there and I was introduced to BRINSLEY FORDE. And for me, BRINSLEY was a legend because I was a big fan of his music. ASWAD, the first album of ASWAD, like ASWAD is amazing. And then
Mm.
live and direct from his band too. So I met him as, wow, this is BRINSLEY FORDE. I'm a big fan. And then sometimes, met some people and it's like you know them for a long time. And so he moved from the place he was staying at that time, and he came to the place I was staying.
Yes.
And we met, and I had that song that to record. I've got some session at Encore, and I proposed him. If you want to join, it could be great because it was natural for me to propose him the song because we were like hanging out over cruising in the city of Kingston
Yes.
all day long. So yeah, it was natural. And then after that, he came to me and say, you know that singer Var from Pentatouch Movement. I said, yes, I met him last year. And well, we were at that club also, with Var the year before that. So I said to him, "This is a sign. If you know this man, I know him
Mhm.
too. We're gonna bring this song together. We need a third part of the bridge to build
Mm.
it." And so he called Var and said, "Yeah, David Cairol, is in Jamaica. I want you to record a song together." And so we came together like family. It was not
Yes.
like a label, thing or something that you do like marketing. Featuring it was featuring people that are like family for me. Yes,
Yes.
really.
Yes. The words of the song, David, at this time, um, Jamaica has a history, of course, with division and divide with the
Mm,
political. If you
yeah.
might have picked that up as well, and I'm just seeing a video even someone sent a while ago with some shooting up and stuff like that back home, and you can see that bridges need to be built in all sector, in all aspect of it.
Right.
Um, was there some sort of element of Jamaica that brought that inspiration for the song?
I would say not really about Jamaica, but it
Yes,
is worldwide. This problem is
worldwide.
worldwide because division, wars, and injustice and discrimination is over there everywhere.
Yes.
In France, in the U.S., in Jamaica. So this is a worldwide situation that inspired me that and bring people together and give them the opportunity to get peace because I know that in Jamaica there's a lot of violence and crimes, and I know there's a lot of division because of the political parties as well. I
Mm,
know that from
mm.
a long time because uh, in the 70s was the same. But yeah, I want to talk more global and say yes, we have to bring positive forces together to make it better
Yes.
for the future and for the children. Yeah, now. So we as human beings, as singers, like Var from Jamaica, BRINSLEY from England, and me from France, we have to show the example that we can unite.
Yes.
Even if I'm white and they are black, or you can be, from China or Asia. This is the same. We are human beings, and we have to tell the children and the people
Mm.
that we're gonna unite. Yes.
And that is interesting because I saw a video whereby while in Jamaica you seem to be doing some work with children as well. And I
Right.
don't you may not I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I'm gonna show this video here and put it to the side there.
Oh, road I live. This is my direction. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That song there, you saw this. I don't know if you saw it, but people could see it. One second. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, were you able to see the song?
Yeah. I saw the one you're talking about. Yes, this is
Yes,
off road. Yes,
yes.
right,
So tell us about, because you seem to be doing a lot of work in Jamaica as well.
right. Yeah, it was the first thing I did in Jamaica. The first time I came, I didn't know a lot of people over there. So the first days I came, I went to the Alliance Française.
Mm.
If you know that institution,
Yeah.
It's a French institution that you can find all over the world in different countries, and they propose like French teaching to the people.
Mm.
And so I came there and said to them that I was doing some songwriting workshop in France with the children in the schools, and I proposed them that I could do the same, in Jamaica if they want, because Jamaica gave me so much. As I said, reggae music touched my heart and gave
Yes.
me like a work, because I'm a musician because of reggae music and thanks to Bob Marley. So when I came over there in Jamaica, I wanted to give back something, from my culture and my knowledge to Jamaican people as well, like an exchange. So I proposed them to give some workshop in the schools, and they say, okay, let's do it. And step by step, they proposed me one workshop in one school, and then I went to St. George's College, and then I
Mm.
went to Campion, and a lot of school responded well to that, and I went to the university as well, and it did like a buzz, it created a buzz in Jamaica and Kingston. So I was like, like a traveler, like someone on holidays at
Yeah.
that time, and I never expected that in a few weeks, like it was the third week, I
Yes.
went to do some TV shows on CV and TVJ, everything,
Yes.
radio show, RGR. I was like, yeah, I was, it was incredible to get there. I was just with my backpack, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it created something. And then I tried to develop that project, to work with the children, because this is, for me, they are the solution,
Yeah. Can
and
I? Yeah. Uh, that's great. Can I just ask you, David? You're in France, just around the corner from me here on the channel. And we spoke about it in the brief at the start about Jamaica. Oh, before I go any further, Theto Cash is here. Theto is from South Africa.
oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, he's online. I just and Theto would really love to do some stuff with you. He's a producer and a musician in South Africa. He's been
Oh,
on my
okay.
show. Because I tend to go international. You know what I'm saying?
Greetings, greetings.
Yeah. So Theto is there. But who are the sort of persons in a way that you gravitated towards? Lots of people would say Bob Marley, whatever, but who was the sort of persons that you gravitated towards when you see Jamaica and the music? What?
I would say the people that influenced me, you say?
Yes, influence you, or sometimes
All
you don't
right.
want. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say Bob Marley, because he was the first one that, really touched me in the music and the way that he proposed his music. And it was very important. And this man, yes, is the man that, changed my life in a certain way.
mm,
Right. So I was, yes, this is the first man that coming to me now when you ask me that. But after that, a lot of people inspired me in reggae music, from the Gladiators, Wailers, Bunny Wailers, one of them, and Judy Mowat. Judy
yeah,
Mowat, backing vocal for Bob Marley. She was one of the, Black Woman. The Black Woman album is one of the best reggae album ever for me.
yeah,
So this kind of person, yes, of course. And I listened to a lot. I was trying to get deeper in reggae music every time. So I tried to listen a lot of music
mm,
from your country. So, but the first one is Bob Marley, yes.
yeah. No,
Hmm.
that's interesting because everybody has this sort of inspiration, and the fact that people are sometimes leaving Jamaica, getting away from Jamaica, but yet at the same time it is bringing people back home to Jamaica, because in your sort of write up, you said something like you found your way back home. I don't know if that home was Jamaica or was it France?
Yes, but you're right, because yeah, you're right, I remember that I did an interview like this on TV the first time I came in Jamaica, and I said to
Mm,
them, yes, the first time I came back, in your country, I said, but no, it was the first time. So yeah, you're right, it's like something that I came back home when I came to Jamaica, and I felt something like, your body is at the right place at the right time, and
yes.
you feel the energy, and in a kind of way, the way you talk with the people and the philosophy of living and about levity and nature. It's very strong in Jamaica. I know the people are very connected to nature,
Yes.
and everything was like, yes, I'm home finally.
Yes. Wow. 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 That
Mm,
is. So it's like a what should I say? Somewhat of a spiritual experience. Jamaica is like a spiritual experience at the same time for you.
true. And I gotta tell you as well that yeah, when I went to Kingston, it was very strange for me because some part of Kingston, it was like I was there before. I don't know
Mm.
how to explain that, but some of the parts I could, in my head, was already there. I knew some places, but
You felt
it
like
was,
that you felt there was a connection already there. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, more than a connection. It was like if I was there before that, it's very strange. If I knew some places over there, I don't know, it's mystical.
Wow, it's mystical because I see some other pictures like with yourself and other people. Some of them I can't get to pull them up at the same time. But your other album now, I mean, where are you going now? You don't build the bridges. You're working on your album now.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
so what is that? Is that I see also some songs with in French, in French.
yeah,
Yeah. What
yeah,
is it? Yeah.
yeah. The upcoming album is gonna be released this year in September. So this album is, most of the songs are in English. Yeah, there
Yes.
will be like 11 songs on it, and 10 of them will be in English, and the other one is in Basque. Basque is a place in France
Yeah.
that we have our own language, and we have
Yeah.
our own culture. It's very different from France, but
Yeah.
it's a part of France. So yes, we have this album that's going to be released in September with a lot of featuring and musicians coming from Jamaica. It was recorded totally in Jamaica. And we have like Judy Moat. I did a duet with Judy Moat. I did a duet with a reggae talent from Jamaica, Rick Jam, a young artist.
Mm.
And we have this song with BRINSLEY, FORDE, and VAR, and many more. And there's a lot of slide on bars playing on it.
A lot of
Uh,
collaboration, then I should say.
yes, yes. So we have Slide and Bar, Urchin Smith, Bongo Herman on it, Bobby Bowen, the late Bobby Bowen that passed away last
Yeah.
year, and we have many artists and part of the crew of Damien Marley, Chronics, and Protege playing on it too.
I was gonna say that are you planning any deliberation with any collaboration with the Marley brothers? Because you have a similarity. It's like it's all a bit like Bob Marley, like you're part of the family at the same time.
Wow, yeah, yeah, it's a real compliment, because if I can give a percentage of what Bob did at that time, it's a compliment, real compliment. So why not? I'm open to it, and I really love what they do in music.
Mm.
And I know as well, a lot of people told me that in Jamaica that we have, I have this kind of similar voice from like the Marley vibe.
Mm.
So I will be so glad, to share something with them, and it will be a real honor because I've got a big respect for their work and the legacy
Mm.
they try to make live, still living, in our times. So yeah, Bob Marley is still here.
France. Let's go to France now. What is the reggae sector like in France? Is there that market? I mean, for reggae, I mean reggae music is international, but what is it like in France?
Well, in France, it's a real big market as well for
Yes.
reggae music. I think it's one of the biggest in the world because we have a lot of reggae fans, reggae festival as well, and a lot of people are, in my region here in Basque Country, we listen to a lot of reggae,
Mm.
but all over France. So it's a big place for reggae music. Yes.
What about COVID? I mean, let's look at COVID now. COVID has impacted a lot of people in music industry. People cannot go and perform. What is it like? What does that challenge be with COVID? Has it inspired so you can innovate, or has it been a setback, David? What's your perspective of it, sir?
Well, I I try to keep on creating music. It was very weird at
Mm,
first because I didn't know what's going on, like all the people. So I tried to keep on, the rhythm, and propose some writing workshop as well, live, on Facebook for the people. So
mm,
we built like a song with 170 persons,
mm.
live on Facebook. So, but me personally, I tried to keep on moving and creating, but it was hard because no concerts at all, and we don't have any view, for the future because we don't know when it's gonna come back. So, but I'm pretty confident, in the way we're gonna survive to that,
Yeah,
crisis. It's hard for reggae music. It's hard for music in general, and for people who live with the music, the musicians and technicians. Everybody is very hard, but I try to, keep hope by my side,
yeah.
And but I gotta tell you, the last concert I did was in Jamaica. It was for Dennis Brown show,
Mm,
for the Reggae Month. So this is the last concert I did. So I missed the scene, I missed the stage a lot now. And I gotta tell you, I gotta thank for that. If you you allow me to do that, but I want to thank, Jackie for that, and the Reggae Month, because they opened the stage for me
yes,
for the Dennis Brown show in Kingston.
yes, yes.
There was no place for me first because it was full of artists, and they proposed me to do that concert, and it was like a dream for me that came through, to get there with all the legends, and to be part of the Reggae Month and the concerts. Yeah.
And do you feel welcome in Jamaica?
Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah. I was, everywhere when you go in a country, and you never know what's gonna happen. But first time I came in Jamaica, I saw the smiles and the people,
Yes, yes.
and so I felt like, yeah, yeah. It was like, as I said, it was like home, and people were welcoming me very well, So I cannot say nothing about that. And people on the stage, when I was on the stage too, people responded very well. They were singing with me, and I say, wow, crazy. So yeah, everything positive for me in Jamaica, and yeah, as I said, this is home.
Because in your music video, which if I look for it a bit and I just play just in the background there, one of the thing is the way that you move, you sort of move like a Jamaican, you know what I mean? You have that sort
Oh
of
yeah.
flow.
I never noticed that, and you're the first one to tell me that. But it's
Uh,
a oh yeah.
you got a cool smooth move, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I won't put the volume up because just but I just put it up there just to show there it is there, you know.
Oh yeah.
You walk like a bad boy, you know what I mean?
You're the first one to tell me that. Crazy.
Because it can be seen that you're flowing with those guys, okay, you're flowing with them you know
Well, okay, okay, all right. I don't. I never. Saw that. Because this is me, so I didn't never notice that. But that's cool. If I'm moving like this, yeah,
Uh,
this is natural for me.
it's natural for you. So finally, in sort of wrapping up now, where are you in 5 years' time? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Let's forget COVID. So COVID doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Because COVID
Yeah.
sort of mash. COVID is like mashing up my life. COVID, you mash up my life.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, yeah. Where do you see yourself 5 years' time, David?
Yeah, the next 5 years.
Yeah, it must be next 5 years. Got me 5.
What do you say? I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
No, no, no. Where do you see yourself 5 years' time with the music industry and your liaison with Jamaica and all those sort of things like?
Good question. Really good question. I've got to think about it. Wow. My dream would be to tour the world with my music, this album, and make more album in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Yeah, spending more time in Jamaica as well, because as I said, it's like feeding me. Music and the vibe over there feeding me.
Yes.
And in the reggae industry, I would say, yeah, touring the world and doing more albums. I have plenty songs to release. I've
Mm.
got many things, and why not? I would love, to propose my album for the Grammy Awards. It would be a dream for me,
Yes.
And
Yes.
I try to give my best in the work I do to make it the best, and to give people quality and not quantity. But if I tomorrow I can propose my music to the Grammy Awards, it will be a blessing for me.
Well. Listen, that's great blessings, and you've spoken it, and it's becoming a reality. And I look forward to say that um, you came on the show, and as you rise, I rose with you. You know what I mean?
Oh, beautiful,
I like
beautiful,
I like to say that sometimes people. I like to say like I like to get people on the show as they're rising, so I
Yeah.
rise with them.
Oh, beautiful. Yes, but you're right, man, because the strength you give, to the people that you share with, it's a real strength for me, and for all.
Yes.
So thanks for supporting the music, and the way you do it, and the way you involve in your work, because you're doing a great work, Silborn. So I better
Yes.
give thanks for that.
Awesome. And Theto on the side there in South Africa because I saw him one day and I just reached out to him and said, come on the show and he can testify about some of the breakthrough that he has had just being on the show because
What are you talking
sometimes
about?
uh
What are you talking about?
Theto Kesh.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, over
the
there, yeah.
gentleman there from South Africa there,
Yeah, 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 right. Yeah.
it's sometimes it's just one person sometimes that makes a big difference by just putting yourself out in the cyberspace.
This
But
is
I
true.
have to finish with this one here. Is what would you say is your favorite quote or quotation or mantra or something positive that you like? Like you speak to a lot of these young people in Jamaica. I saw you campaign St. George's and you're bringing them in music and you're inspiring them.
Mm-hmm.
What is the words that you'd say is a key word that inspire you, even when you're going
Right.
through rough times? Yes.
I would say there is a reason for everything, and yeah, you have to learn to listen, to that voice in yourself that's
Yes.
talking to you every day,
Yes.
because this is the one that give you the right way in your life. There's
Yes.
always, that voice that's talking to you, and say
Yes.
sometimes you do some you're doing some choices in your life, and
Yes.
they are wrong, because this voice is talking to you and say, yes, you're wrong. And so, yeah, listen to the voice you have in your heart,
Yes.
yes.
Now in Jamaica, now I don't know if you heard this. In Jamaica, they would say your gut feeling. Something tell me say. You know, there's like a or my spirit not take the person, or there's something that is warning the person within you. So in Jamaica in Patois style, they say, "Boy, my spirit not take the person," or my gut instinct, boy, I'm gonna feel something. Should I go to see, something tell me, something tell me.
All right, okay, I didn't know that quote, I couldn't say it like this way, you did like, you're a Jamaican man, so
Yeah, man,
Ochi,
yeah, man.
yeah, Ochi,
Oh,
I can't fight it. I can't fight
straight
it,
out of
man.
Ochi, straight out of Ochi. But
Yeah,
listen,
right.
listen, are you gonna sing that song? Because I went and find the words for that song, man, and I love to sing that song. I was singing, I was in the park this morning, walking
Yeah,
and playing the song.
I
A couple of
saw
people
it.
and people looking at me and smiling.
I saw you. Yeah, yeah. You want to sing it with me?
Yeah, let's see let's see what it sounds like, and if it crashes, it is my voice, not yours.
You want me to take the guitar? You want the
Yeah,
guitar with it?
yeah, play the guitar there. Let me.
Say we're building bridges over seas and valleys. Come on. We're
We're
building
building
bridges
bridges
here
here
and right
now.
now. We gotta come along
Come
and feel
feel
it.
it.
Say
Say
we're
we're building
building,
bridges.
we're
We're
building
building bridges
bridges here and
right
right
now.
now. We gotta come along, y'all.
Suffering for so many years, they try to keep us down,
Oh,
trying to find the pleasure in life, but no joy can be found. Persecuted and mistreated like a boxer, they knock me down, but I keep
keep fighting.
fighting.
Yeah.
Hey,
Big up, big up, big up.
Bram, as I say.
Yeah. You're the first one that sing with me on an interview, so I've got to, give thanks for that.
Listen, man, I used to rap and break dance and dance, so I just go freestyle and just have a good time. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
But
Yeah,
listen,
right.
listen, thank you so much for coming on, and I really enjoyed the show. And
Pleasure.
we'll share the video and let people. Thanks for those who came on YouTube, Facebook. Some came on Instagram. But David promised me that he's gonna jump on Instagram for about
Right.
20 minutes. We got good time there. We get make some good time there, and we got a nice tight show there in a tight spot. So I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm there now. I just signed up on Instagram, so you just find me over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
reach
so
you.
so I'm gonna finish it off and just play out the last bit of the song there. And so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for sure. And David, just before I go, any last word, anything you want to, any key word you want to say? Just something
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Jamaica.
I want to thank everybody in Jamaica that I met. The people that are a part of my story and my journey. They
Yes,
are very important for me. So big up to Valerie and a lot of people over there. Of course, big up to my team. And Jackie and John in Jamaica and my team in France too.
yes,
And thank you, Jamaica. For what you done for me. That's all, because you done a lot, and I will try to give you back all you gave to me.
yes.
Yeah,
And
one love.
one love. And for people who want to contact David, you can contact topclassglobal@gmail.com. You got contact David Cairol .com as well. And you also have Facebook where you can find him. He's on Instagram and also on YouTube, which is David Cairol.
Yeah,
Ky-
yeah, true.
Cairol.
Everywhere.
Cairol.
Cairo.
Cairol. Because I was saying Cairol at one point. When I say Cairol, did you say, oh, when did he say that?
Yeah, you know what? You don't have to say that because carriole in French it means a old car, a poor old car.
Oh, my day.
Don't say that, please.
But you have changed the game. You have changed the game, and it's not an old car anymore. It is David Cairol who is the top of the game.
Oh, give thanks.
It's like I've changed this quote when people say
Oh,
the sky is the limit, David. I've changed it and say the sky is the start.
oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
to
I
change.
love that.
Yeah,
It's higher than everything.
the sky is the start, David. So therefore, it's not an old car. It's
Beautiful.
Cairol mean David who is going up there straight to the top, straight from yard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your words, your encouragement, and the support that you gave me.
Also, all the best and take care. And I see you on
Yeah, see you on
Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that was David Cairol. We had a good chat there. Thank you, Tato, for coming on. And you can contact David on the different platforms there, social media, Facebook, and you can find him there. Also, remember to like and subscribe to the SYLBOURNE Show. One of the things that I'll be doing is looking for, if you want to come on the show, please just email. You see the details there, info@sylbourne.com. Telephone number there, Instagram. You can also check out my podcast, which has been doing great things. My podcast, which is Walk and Talk Motivational Moments. That is when I walk in the park and I give some after I finish walking in the park, after hearing the woodpecker. Like this morning, I was hearing the woodpecker. It is awesome. The woodpecker stand out. Can you imagine? I'm going to do a podcast and it's going to be like this. I shouldn't tell you, but you can be walking through the park and you hear the animals, you hear the birds and everything, and you hear dogs barking. But through it all, you hear this sound. You hear the woodpecker coming through so clear. It breaks through everything that I have to do a podcast about. Do you stand out as a person? Do you stand out? And that's the most important thing. And I'm going to do a podcast along that. Do you stand out? So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to finish the show and I'm going to finish off with David Cairol singing us out with We're Building Bridges. And thank you so much. And I see you at the next time whenever we come. And if you want to join us on Instagram, please join us on Instagram as well, as we're going to go over there in the next few minutes. Here we go.